Alright, so we should have audio. By the way, Sonic Mania. A lot of fun. I recommend it. Won't be playing that today, but if you are a fan of the old... I mean, we're talking like Sega Genesis classics, like Sonic 2 and 3 in particular, you'll love Mania. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I still haven't beaten it. I need to go back and do that one of these days. Counter Spy, another fun little game. I definitely dig it. I don't think this is on Steam. I think it's only PlayStation 4 and I think Android? They never got a PC release, which makes me sad. This is a lot of fun too. Yeah, Jessie's flirty and stuff. I've dated girls like her before, been around girls like her before. It's just like, it's just too much for me. From a person who tries too hard, she's trying too hard. Oh, I love that classic music. Pardon me, here we go, alright. Now things are popping up. Twitch is just being really slow. I should have switched that back to 30, because it's set for 60 still. It's not needed, but... oh well. I think Maximilian beat this last night. I was watching him run through Shinra Tower, which is like late game, almost end game. It was really cool. That's right, we were on the train fighting people. No, we're in the sewers. That's where we're at. We got the train. We're in the sewers. What's up? You like how I swing my sword? Yeah, you know you do. Cloud needs to use ether. Should have bought more ethers. Should have held on to that ether. Hey! What are you doing here? Good question, Cat. Okay, here we go. Ever hate, is that like the unpopular, like, cousin band to the unpopular band Everclear? Because if not, I'd have to say no, I'm not familiar. Streamer died 4 years ago. That sucks. Ooh, poison materia. Very expensive poison materia. Tifa, I need to buy another power wrist guard for Barrett. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of life. People die, unfortunately. Sometimes you just never know, which is even worse. Oh jeez, he is... How did I not know he didn't have all this materia set? Good god. What's wrong with me? Alright, so he's got healing materia. No, he's got lightning. Let's put in healing. Healing's good. He's got healing already. Okay. If you ice... I only have Ifrit as a summon. Cleansing. Let's make this cleansing. Let's put First Strike on there. Chakra, Wind, Auto Cure, that's turned out to be useful. Let's put Ice on her if I got another Ice. I'm not sure if I do. Cloud, Barret. I don't. Okay, we'll just leave that alone then. Save the game since we did changes and upgrades, so I don't have to die and do it again, or turn it off, have something weird happen and lose it. Woo! Cruising along. 80% GPU, 14 gigabyte memory, that's pretty good. Your system's, what, 16?
This isn't bad, you know?
32, okay, good. You did go for the 32. Still running 38, not bad. That's still nice and cool. Very cool for a computer.
I guess she was doing something about those monsters after all.
Doing a half-bad job.
Hey, so how do we get such shit detail?
Screw it. Let's just give it a quick once-over and call it a day.
Just doing your job, and all of a sudden some guy with a sword comes out of the subway, just beats your ass. God, lock on, come on. Oh yeah, I mean, new computers are always amazing, but especially with what you're going to be doing it using it as like a workhorse type deal. Said I buy computers to play games, but I also want it to be able to do things like when I would do video editing and rendering. It really helps out. But I mean, in your case here, it's gonna do everything you need to do and then some. I'm definitely glad you've been happy with it, because that'd be the worst thing ever, is like I tell somebody to buy like a $2,500 computer with their wife's blessing, and you go, God, this is the dumbest thing ever. I could have just been staying on my laptop today, you know, I didn't need all this money blown. It's like, that would have been terrible. But fortunately you like it. So the Fire Trooper weakness is Flame. That just seems like that seems that's something that like would be counterintuitive. What hurts you the most? Flames. But okay, here's a flamethrower. Go to work. Don't burn yourself.
Don't overdo it. Whatever. Heads up.
Sure thing, Coach.
Let's check the options real quick. System options. Wasn't taking a look at the camera controls. Here we go. Maybe that'll help for battle. So the biggest complaints I have is that when you lock on, it doesn't switch the camera behind you from where you're locking onto. Okay, did I miss something? Shouldn't have, so meet up these guys. Go over here. Here it is, door. Okay.
Alright, let's figure out where the hell we are. There's an old rail yard not far from here. What we're looking for is somewhere inside.
And that is...
A secret passageway.
Hello? Hi, Keiko.
We've compiled our report on Avalanche's combat capabilities and our...
Report, report, report. What good do you think a damn report will do anyone?
Well, we'll know how to fight them more efficiently. I mean, how'd you get to be a general?
The war with Wu-Tai.
I fought in the Wu-Tang Wars.
An enemy
Ain't nothing to
scared
fuck
is
with.
an enemy who will repay your kindness with blood. We must crush them thoroughly and completely, without hesitation or mercy. Shinra cannot and will not settle for anything less. Will you?
But sir...
If so,
That's just stupid,
I
sir.
can only assume that you and your men no longer wish to serve in your current positions. Is that correct?
We'll prepare the prototype in Section E for immediate deployment. Right now, damn it!
Another day, another victory. How do I do it?
Competent underlings, because you're not. You failed upwards. Okay, so take the left.
Gotta love the irony of Shinra's smarmy lapdog leading the way.
Okay, that's a little weird. It's... Let's change that off. The camera trying to rotate behind them. So as you're running, it's like trying to reposition behind. It doesn't quite work too well.
To its master's destruction.
You really don't like Stanley, do you, Barry?
It's not that I hate him.
I hate the fact that Shinra took a loyal animal like that and co-opted it for their own self-serving.
Poor old Stills. Think you're making progress, and then you hit a wall.
Knock it down.
You're starting to sound like Barrett.
Never mind.
It's a good plan.
It was weird. Barrett had dialogue, but it didn't give him any subtitles or anything there for a second, so I turned to face him because it's directional audio.
Hey, hold up. This way.
Security is a lot tighter than I thought it would be.
If they want to stand between us and the rail yard, that's their choice.
Guys facing that way. They're both facing each other. So we gotta fight.
Get him! Bastards aren't going to get away this time!
Barrett. Crap, I thought he had lightning. I guess I didn't give him lightning.
Deal with that.
God, so Claw's the only one who's got lightning.
Feel the heat. Bring it.
Spells, thunder.
Starting to think hiring you was a mistake. Got some fight left in you?
Not done yet.
Get your ass out of
Come on,
here. Not now.
son of a bitch. That was annoying. Yeah, just wait until, like, summertime, though. It's like, oh, you're gonna need extra air conditioning in that room if you're gonna be pushing your computer that hard. It's why servers are freezing cold. Because I've been in a server room where the air conditioning stopped working and it got to like 140 degrees in that room. Yeah, that's not comfortable. Wow. Yeah, that'd be... Anytime you have air conditioning shut off on a server room, that is like full panic mode. Just want everybody topped off.
Bastards aren't going to get away this time!
Change lock on. Thank you. Spells. Fire. Jerk A. Okay, Cloud's getting pretty screwed up. Tifa.
Let's finish this.
There we go. Much better.
Let's take the stairs.
I remember one of the crappy jobs I worked, of which there were many, that the fire alarm went off in the server room, and IT department didn't require you didn't have to have a IT certification or go to school for IT or anything like that to work for them there. You just basically had to apply and get the position. That's how it was at that place. So anyone who knows anything about Halon knows that that shit's dangerous. And a lot of times, what will happen on a fire in a server room is that doors will automatically lock if you have a Halon system. So they knew at least that the doors would lock if that was the case. If the systems were deployed, so they kept it propped open. So they go into the server room, prop open the door, Halon goes off. There's no fire, but something malfunctions, Halon system goes off. Deadbolt fires to lock the door. Normally that would suffocate anybody who's trapped inside there, but they had it popped open. No problem, they left the room. However, the deadbolt fired open, to close the door, it wouldn't retract. You couldn't get it retracted at all. The only way that would happen is if the fire department came and disabled it. So you have the door propped open with deadly suffocating gas pouring into a call center full of people. You can imagine the frenzy that went on, screaming at the top of the lungs for people to get the hell out before, you can see this cloud of, gas pouring into the call center. So they had to evacuate everybody. So, one person almost died. They got fired from the IT department for being an idiot, not knowing better, and then doing that stunt. And then shutting down operations for a day, which was a lot of fun too, because they had to call the fire department, they had to open up all the windows, get everything aired out. Massive, massive problem.
We should be reaching that secret passage real soon. I knew Plan E.
There is one thing I want to change here. Not gameplay, camera. Camera. Where is it? Yes. Active character. Change the character to them. So I think this will change it so that way when I switch over, to do a spell, switch onto that character so I can see better what's going on.
Fellas, should have called the plan excellent. What you think, Mr. Ex-Soldier?
Biggs made the plan, right?
I provided some input.
Hope not too much.
What's that supposed to mean?
Can the store be opened? It can. That's where I need to go, so let's go this way. To the vending machine. Yay, vending machines.
Thought this place was abandoned.
Guess not.
Ooh, materia! Lightning materia. Everybody gets lightning. Stamps theme song. Sure, we'll buy it. Okay, saving. Back to it. It's really kind of weird, like, maybe it's depression state again, but it's like, I have, like, all this money that I usually, like, I get money, I want to spend it right away, and I spent a good chunk of it already, you know, almost $700. I think, like, I could buy more Sega Saturn games, but I'm like, I really don't want to, which is kind of weird, because I always want to expand out my Sega Saturn collection while I can, before prices get super high. Better get the hell out of my way. I'm just like, I guess I should really hang on to that money. The rest of it, but I can.
Give it up,
No holding back. Calling lightning. Enough.
Ooh, material level up. Sweet.
Maybe dial it back a little?
Not sure which one did, but that was cool.
So many guards.
Too many. Keep looking for faithful little Stan. He'll lead us to the passageway.
This it?
Oh yeah, it looks friendly. Go closer, Tifa.
Get back!
See? Told you.
That all you got?
Someone's mad.
Take your best shot, asshole!
Looks like an old model.
No wait till antique.
Don't underestimate it. It's slow, but it hits hard. Best do it right.
Weakness lightning, of course. Immunities. Things I don't have. Okay.
What do we do?
Aim for his legs. Bring it down. Yeah. I'll draw its fire. You two stay on the offensive. Bring it. Deal with that.
All set. It's on you.
Hang back.
Guess it's my turn.
I got this.
Hey, see that?
That's its heart. The Mako generator.
I'm guessing we ain't for that.
Okay, got a summon going, so that's interesting. Get Ifrit into here, but he's fire though, so I don't know how much damage it's gonna really do.
What are those?
More drones.
This is where I shine. Back on the lip.
Bam!
Let's take out those drones, they're gonna be too much of a problem.
What mix?
Let's get Ifrit in here.
Have fun. Get ready. Heal. Now let's finish it. Calling lightning. Bring it. Bring it.
Didn't know why his legs were still open.
Take the lead.
Fuck on this.
There!
I'm counting on you.
Let's do this. All right. Don't overdo it.
Oh, shit.
Let's see, Barrett. Let's have you do Cure on Cloud.
They get light.
And we're going to have you do Cure again on Tifa.
Fuck on this. Want some more?
Alright, Ifrit, let's have you. He's got to do it automatically. Strongest spell. Oh, that was disorienting.
That it?
Now what?
Could be a system error.
Jesus. Alright, spells.
Give your best shot.
Away.
I think
Get away from the track.
Cloud, stop walking in the... Stop! What the fuck? Cloud just kept moving on his own. I wasn't doing anything. It's like, stop moving! I need you to live.
Destroy the pilot. That'll expose the generator. Here we go. Bam!
Alright.
Coming at you, hard.
Abilities.
Gotta destroy that. There's no escape.
Way to go, Tifa.
Watch your step. Gotta sting.
So let's get over the Barret, have him start curing. Tifa needs it right now.
Call you like
Finish it with style. Obtained a pair of metal knuckles.
all clear.
I didn't know this was a Sonic tie-in.
Let's go.
Sure.
Aye, this way.
And that was the end of the game.
This won't do.
Very short. 40 hours my butt.
NLX reports that the feed went down after an anomaly was registered during the test.
Some girl punched it to death.
Or an excuse for your failure to properly prepare the armor.
No, sir. All modules were confirmed fully operational. It's far more likely, given the circumstances, that the sensors were overloaded.
Is that so?
All the
does
sensors in Section E are inoperable.
Aye.
The president.
Yes. Yes.
90s version, he pulls out a rotary phone.
Everything is fine, sir.
Sorry, we got a terrible connection. I'm using MCI.
Development. Yes.
Yes, I know it's cheaper than Sprint. Sure, you don't get as reliable as those other carriers, but think of the money we're saving, sir.
We know exactly where they were headed. If the armor is intact, then you'd best determine the nature of this anomaly soon. Should you fail to do so, you will deal with our intruders personally.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry. I treat my people more than fairly.
I am cruel yet fair as a ruler.
Me.
Prepare your will, by the way. It's like chapter 5 out of like 15. Oh, you're dead.
Passages beyond these shipping containers. Let's slip through them. Talk about a tight squeeze.
You okay?
Yeah.
Could just climbed over top.
So, you bump into any giant robots like that in Reactor 1?
Yeah, except the bastard looked like a scorpion. Speaking of which, what would you say that last one looked like?
Huh?
A reject from Bayonetta 1?
Well,
Looks dead now.
Lo and behold.
I got something for Tifa. She's using leather gloves. We got metal knuckles. Here we go. So her magic goes down, but her attack shoots up. MP takes a hit too. Used in conjunction with basic attacks, more effectively pressure enemies, overpower. Okay. It's cool. She gets the spiral arrow from Cammy from Street Fighter.
All aboard. Just so you know, it's not gonna get any easier.
When did it ever?
Through here and straight on to Reactor 5.
you make it sound so simple.
Only 'cause it is. That there's the reactor support pillar.
So what's the plan?
After plan E comes F, G, and then H.
Thought E was the last.
This here is Section F.
We cut through section G and head for H.
A cargo platform in H will get us closer to the reactor. Biggs should be somewhere over there. Looks like the sun's going down on Midgar.
Right. Double time. We got a date with the reactor.
Yeah, we got a date with the reactor. So did the people in Chernobyl. How'd that work out for them? By the way, if you've never seen that HBO miniseries, Chernobyl, definitely watch it. Really, really good. Smelling salts wakes someone up. Okay, I'm not sure if this is like a Phoenix Doubt or something. We'll get 2 just in case. Let's see, materia, not materia. Equipment, okay, I was in the right area. Tifa. Let's get you to an iron bangle. Not everybody wearing any of these, so let's sell the bronze if we can. I'm not sure if I can sell these. Ooh, we got more materia for you. So we have chakra, lightning, yeah, let's get... There's just so much materia in this game, it just throws at you right away, it's crazy. Let's give her back the wind. I guess I can start at armor. It still throws me off that you can save anywhere you want in this game, which is nice. But it takes some adjustment, especially once you know. I mean, this game is so radically different from the original Final Fantasy VII and any Final Fantasy, really. Even in 15, you had to set up camp, which is weird. The only time you leveled up in that game is when you set up camp to end the day. Like, basically, it'd be nightfall or whatever, and you'd rest, restore yourself, move on the day into calendar, and then you would level up. In this game, you level up through fights like normal, but you still have to save yourself. There's no save points anywhere to do it. That looks a little funky. That's like a... That was a flat 2D PlayStation 1 era matte painting, it looks like. It's like, of all the things they render in this game, that looks just terrible. I guess it would have taken too much of a strain on the PlayStation 4 to render all that, but it's like 2D. It's like the tower right above Cloud's head here, it's like, it's just flat and... It's wrong distancing on it. Perspective's wrong.
Shut up and move.
Just don't look down, okay?
Easy for you to say. Section G's through here, huh?
Hasn't somebody called off to you, or like you're gonna call off work? Tell them to go F themselves in the A until you get a raise in the P. Raise in the pay!
This is switch for the lamp. This is switch for the lamp.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. Just got off. Okay, I completely read that entirely, not even close. I can't even blame dyslexia on that one. Just got off a call for work. I thought you said, like, you called off for work. Yeah, like I said, well, not even close on that one.
This ought to open it. No good?
Needs power.
Dude, do I ever.
That looks more like what we
I
need.
think we all do. My dad was, like, high as hell today. He was taking all his pain pills. He's like, I can't do that when your mom comes back. I'm like, no shit. Kind of need to be here and take care of her as she slowly dies in front of us. Yesterday, she called my dad, 4:30 in the morning, saying, oh, they're discharging me from the hospital. It's like, no, they're not. So, although coronavirus is kicking ass in nursing homes and facilities and things like that, I had to bring it up to him because I'm the realist here in the family. Just tells it like it is. Like, we may not be able to handle her. You know, if she's not with it to this degree where she's calling every single member of family telling us that she wants Domino's pizza for dinner, you know, and that she thinks she's getting discharged from a hospital at 4:30 in the morning. It's like, we may not be able to handle her anymore. She may have to go live somewhere, you know, until she needs hospice and then finally dies. So yeah, I really, really need booze.
Let's check it out.
In my state, and its infinite stupid wisdom, as in not very smart at all, decided, you know what? State liquor stores, close them all down. Well, people buy beer and stuff, but
Maybe no
close
one
down
uses
the
that
ability to buy
entrance.
whiskey
I'm
and
getting the
vodka
feeling
and
no
everything
one's
else
come down
fun.
here for a long
Whereas my brother came from New Hampshire, like they thought the same thing. They're like, maybe we should close it down. No, that brings us a lot of money. People are gonna be drinking more than ever. We should leave them open. Holy crap, Tifa's got a lot of upgrade points. Let's do that. No extra materia slots. That's the first thing I'm looking for is like materia. What can I put in here? New materia slot. God, I hate navigating this stupid thing. Oh, wrong one. Need to equip that later. So it's cool. I just realized that even though if you don't have your weapon equipped when you go up levels, you still get things for your older ones. So you don't have to. You're not stuck with like, okay, I used the Buster Sword once at the start of the game, and now I'm never going to use it again. Like I'm always going to use the Iron Blade. You can go back and forth, which is pretty neat. I'm a fan. Cool. I like this game a lot. So it's crazy. It still blows my mind that I didn't like Final Fantasy VII when it really came out. It's for me, it's a middle of the road RPG. Loved Resident Evil 3 when it came out. Beat that game into pieces. Then we have the remakes come out, and I don't like Resident Evil 3 Remake. It's just they changed too many things. It's so bizarre. It's like playing this really weird version of the game where nothing really matches up. And they just changed far too much. I don't like it. Resident Evil 2 Remake I love. I think it's great. Then I play this game, and I love it because they've changed so many things. It's not the same game anymore. Everything's moved around. It's all brand new. It's like, for what I didn't like for one game, I'm loving this. Let's go this way. Here we go.
Doesn't look good.
No, it looks great. What? What's a power shortage? Sunlight operation prioritize and cargo platforms may be shut down. Power platform disables sun lamps. Larger platforms require disabling more lamps. And then number 4, something is going to kill you. No, he would never do that. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but you get the idea. Things like that just wouldn't happen. That's just crazy talk. I'm not upset that Tifa's not my real waifu. Let's see. I really can't figure this one out. I think part of it's trust, but I just don't know. I really can't make this one out. I mean, like I said, my reading Japanese skills are like very slow and terrible. So yeah, this is one I really can't make out. I think I make out the word trust somewhere. It's probably like, you can trust our construction, something like that.
Error. Insufficient power.
Of course.
Hey guys, look at this. Instructions for dealing with a power shortage.
Kill the lights, and we free up power for the gate and other stuff.
Sun lamps. You think these are the plate suns? The closest thing they have to the real thing.
Gotta put out a sun just to open a gate, huh?
That's something else, haha!
Sector 4 will suffer.
Now or later, sun's going out for good when we blow the reactor.
That's true.
Let's go.
All these lamps. You'd think they'd be able to balance the load by now.
Maybe. If the maintenance guys or whoever weren't playing hooky.
The lamps are important, but when you think how much Mako it must take to keep them running. That's gotta be one. Man, look at the size of it.
That a console I see near the top of that ladder?
Yeah, I was up there earlier. It is.
Pretty tall ladder, too.
I'll go.
Okay, we'll wait down here.
Oh, come on, game. Be cool. So those only things I gotta hold it.
Emergency power supply confirmed. Disengaging locking mechanisms.
Okay, that's that.
Great job, Cloud.
So I like Super Butterbun's YouTube content. She's really funny with that. Love her videos. But I have to agree with her on her Twitter assessment.
Next stop, Section G.
Yep, and after that, Reactor 5. Not again.
Great. I'm sure those things will welcome us just as warmly as before. Tell you what, the rot runs deep in this damn piece.
Please stop walking forward. Okay, so Cloud's got ice. Barrett's got ice. And Tifa does not have ice, I'm pretty sure. Lightning. I don't think we have... Yeah, I think all the ice is used up. Ice and ice is right there, so...
Don't mind us, y'all. Just passing through. Fuck on this!
See ya. Going in. Calling ice. You're done.
How'd you like that?
That it?
They busted?
Powered down is my guess.
Lucky us, am I
Hopefully.
right? One less thing for us to worry about.
That doesn't sound good.
Filling the air that we gotta breathe with their shit.
Monsters sure seem to like it. What's up with that?
It's like in the tunnels. They get twisted by the Mako, but it all goes back to Shinra.
There they are. Those are the things I was hearing, probably. Okay, let's go back up. This place is a nice big old maze. Okay, this is where we came in. Okay, so I just did a full lap. Okay, now I got my bearings a little more. Just making sure I'm not missing anything, like any stray materia or boxes I can smashy. Look at that over there. That looks nice and tempting, like a trap. The company? Not really
You okay?
Yeah.
ringing any bells.
Ha! Going for that material, weren't you?
So close, and yet so far.
In the end, it didn't even matter. Damn it, Tifa, stop quoting Linkin
I'm sure
Park.
there's another way to get there.
Nothing we can do but search.
And when we find it, we can finally snag that material.
Meanwhile, like, this stuff just fell on, like, some elementary school down there. Some kid playing Recess just lost an arm. This game got really dark. Ocean.
Piece of cake. Let's do it. Bundle up.
You know the best way to not get lost is to believe that you're not. Mind over matter.
Isn't that from one of Marlene's books?
Yep, one of her favorites. Loves it when I read it to her before bedtime. Doing all the voices.
Life in the Endless Maze. Am I right? I remember.
Okay, nothing over here but that. That's a maze, alright. I want to go back. Well, that's good. I can just walk through everybody. What's up, Tifa? Just you and me. No Barrett. I said no Barrett. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, it looks like it's just weird. It's just come over, do a little fight. Nothing over here. Lame. That has the Mako we can't get, or Mako materia.
Hey, let's take a moment to get our bearings.
We're still in G, right?
Yeah, and to reach Mako Reactor 5, we need to go through Section H.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't spot a connecting catwalk to Section H. Did you?
Well, we could always do another lap.
Go for 10, why don't you?
The only other route that I can think of would be...
Along the wall.
Aye.
Up for giving it a try? It might not work out, but it's the only idea I've got.
It's not a bad one.
So we're shooting for those giant fans way over there? Okay. At least we've got a clear landmark to guide us.
Those ventilation fans?
Keeping the plate's air clean by pushing the smog into the slums. Whole system's designed to make shit roll downhill faster. Yeah, go get some!
Shut up. Too bad.
Lightning and arrow. Okay, cool, finally. Now we're set ahead and smelling my machine. What's the machine? The window opens. Somebody must be burning something in the fire pit. Ugh. At least it's not your computer. That's good. I mean, if you smell electrical, that's always a cause for concern.
Closure.
I got this! Feel free! Ha! Ha! Gotcha! Too late! Do this right. There! Ha! Yeah!
No time to celebrate.
Huh. Sure there is.
Okay, it seems like it'd be a problem later on to have these just Gatling guns just sitting here. You can't destroy them.
Hey, look! I think we can climb onto that pipe.
Sure seems that way.
I feel no fear. Yeah, no fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. Little fear. Hey guys, you know, these fans are really loud and
You chickening out?
hell no! I'm just worried that your pony ass is gonna get blown off the side and shit.
Enough! We gotta keep moving!
Okay then. Follow me. No work
Sexually
in the
induced?
windy
It
day,
seems like some people have a habit
One
of
with a
that, or
tornado warning, maybe?
could be their kink.
Don't look at the fan! Whatever you do!
Right.
If you can think of it, it's most likely a fetish to somebody. Like, was it Rule 34? If you can think of it, porn of it exists.
Hey, what's that behind the fan over there? in one piece.
Think that took a couple years off my life.
Come here, Keiko. What's up, buddy? You getting bored? Bored out of your cord? It's been snowing all day. Looked up my flashback on Facebook, and it's like, oh yeah, 2 years ago we had 3.5 inches of snow, and today we got about 1.5. Yeah, that's where it kind of crosses a line between a consensual activity to like being a creep and ending up in jail because it's taken over your life because you did something that's stupid. Well, there's also the incident at a GDQ. Caught on cameras as well. Guy's talking to this girl. She's not really interested in him. Gets up, walks away. Guy then gets up, gets on his knees, and buries his face in the seat that she was sitting in, like, not even like 5-6 seconds before. Oh, caught on camera. No idea if that person ever got banned from the event or whatever, but it was quite seen and circulated all over the internet. I'm sure you could find it just by a Google search. GDQ smelling chair or something, I'm sure.
3 tops.
Section H is just up ahead. Slow and steady, guys.
And that's our objective?
The cargo platform? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one.
This is it. The cargo platform Biggs was talking about. Let's not keep him waiting.
Biggs, how'd you get past all this crap that we had to fight through?
Error. Insufficient power.
Never explain that in a video game, do they?
You're kidding me.
Needs 3 lights worth, looks like.
But that's all of them, isn't it?
All or nothing.
Let's regroup here if we get lost. Remember the H1 sign.
Right.
Let's see now. Closest light ought to be...
That one.
By the light of these magnificent lamps, we shall lead our brothers and sisters of the Undercity to a brighter future.
Say what?
It's from a speech President Shinra gave, talking up the importance of the sun lamps.
Brighter future my ass. Shinra's leading us down a one-way path to darkness and death.
Oh yeah. So like I said, I don't know. I mean, GDQ will ban people sometimes for very legitimate things, sometimes for not so much. But that one, I really don't know what happened to that person. Like if they got banned or not. Probably not. Just weird and probably got talking to. Maybe if somebody at the event saw it, or after the fact and they identified them. Yeah, except for you're in front of a camera being watched by like 100,000 people.
Shut up. Calling ice. Let's do this.
Chill out.
Enough. Take the lead.
All right. Watch it.
Look, there's the switch.
Let's flip it and go.
Flip it and dip it. Make sure there's nothing around the corner. Aha!
Rerouting power. Please wait.
That's one down.
Only 2 more lights to go.
Reinitializing intrusion prevention system.
Food is good. I endorse food. I made
Intrusion.
baked
prevention?
ravioli today.
Back online because of us.
It did not turn out well.
No need to fret, y'all.
It was a
You
bust.
rusty mechs ain't gonna keep us from reaching.
Because I have to pretty much pull something out of my ass, or pull a rabbit out of my ass every single day to feed people in my house. I was like, I don't feel like frying it up, let's just bake it instead, and that's not the good thing to do.
Countermeasures.
Mid-range turrets, huh?
Hey, Cloud! Hang back while I deal with these pests. Coming at you hard and fast. Now that was something else.
That was nothing.
Just made our lives a lot harder.
We restored power to more than just security, remember?
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I did actually. We had ravioli about like 2 or 3 days ago, and I did it baked that way. You know, basically lasagna style. You put sauce, ravioli, cheese, and just repeat. But today I thought, like, I'll just coat it up, you know, egg and then breadcrumbs and bake it to be crispy because you can deep fry it that way and it's delicious. And this just turned out to be gummy and not good.
We can move this catwalk.
Yeah, lined it up perfect. Which way to the next light?
If we can't make sense of this place, we're gonna get lost.
Well, at least we know where the big-ass things are. Think back. Anybody see a connecting catwalk?
Turbo ether. That's different. Hello, Keiko.
Think you can take me on?
Don't overdo it.
Ooh,
Won't be tough.
ooh, gotta love it. Ah,
I'm waiting.
see ya. Gonna make your eyeballs
All
pop.
set.
Let's do this. Best do it right.
Weakness Blizzard. Okay, starts spinning when interrupted. On the state they can shrug off melee attacks. Use long-range attacks instead. Stop them from spinning. They become susceptible to staggering. There's also a Rex Barrett.
It's on you.
Hurry up. Come on. Suck now. Stay down, asshole. Don't stop now.
Let's finish it.
Enough. Deal with that.
Guess it's my turn.
I got this. Finish him off.
See ya.
Would kill for a shower.
Don't give me ideas, Tifa. Three, 3, 7. Well, Barrett's got 11. We can upgrade him a little bit. Damn, Cat's playing in and out. She's bored. Alright. Okay. Just the F race. There we go. Come on, game.
That makes 2 lights down.
Meaning we've only got one left.
The end's in sight, y'all.
Should be able to climb down from here.
This a hole, right?
That the Sector 4 slums down there?
Huh? You want to check them out sometime? I can show you around.
We'll check them out now if we fall.
There's that materia I want.
The power's on. You think they'll miss those 3 plate suns?
I say the real sun's the only one we need. To hell with Shinra and their night lights.
Yeah.
Intruders detected. Engaging counter.
You don't need rickets.
There! You're done. Shit. Don't overdo it.
Let me handle this.
You're good at this.
Told you so.
Okay, so we just did a loop. Maybe we need to.
This should be pretty easy.
Shatter. Let's finish. No holding Take the lead.
About damn time.
Bring it on!
Keep pouring it on. How'd you like that? Ain't got nothing on me.
Okay, gotta get over there. Okay, I think this will lead to it. Only down. Locking the cat out. Okay, so this is back where we're at. So navigate over to H5. I'll just go in circles now. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I did not.
We're right back where we started. Where was that last light again?
Alright, we only need to power down one more sun lamp.
Hey, it's Furry. What's up, buddy? Surprised to see you here this early in the morning where you live. Hope you're doing well. A lot of money, not really enough. Okay, we will not do that. Let's buy one more ice. No, not two. One! There we go. Yeah, I've been doing that lately. Things have been pretty stressful at my place. Unfortunately, my mom's been having medical problems, like really disoriented. She had had a stroke back in November of last year. So, and she was like not able to keep her balance. Things weren't quite right. I noticed talking to her that she was slurring her words again, and her left side of her face started to droop. So I was like, we gotta get her to the hospital. I think she's had another stroke. And they go and do an MRI, and they find out that she's got a brain tumor. And it's pretty bad. It wasn't there in November. It was like the November MRI, completely clear. This popped up in like 5 months since then. 5-6 months since November. So they go, drill into her head, do a biopsy. It's glioblastoma, which is a 100% fatal cancer. You cannot stop it. All you can do is try to slow it down. So they went in, tried to remove a lot of it. The surgeon said he couldn't get a lot of it out. So usually that kills within 2 to 15 months. And we honestly don't know how much time we have left with her. So we just only found out like a couple days, like 3 or 4 days ago, that she's going to die, unfortunately. So things are pretty grim around here at my place, naturally. Well, other than that, things are fine. I mean, I'm stressed at the hell, and my brother's here along with his wife, even though we can't see her. We can't go to the hospital and see her because the coronavirus lockdown procedures, protocols in effect. So even my dad can't see her. So we're thinking they might try to discharge her tomorrow, maybe. But she's been acting really loopy. Because, I mean, like I said, she's got a brain tumor that's killing her. So she called me yesterday, I think it was, and said she wanted Domino's Pizza, which is a pizza chain. And I'm not sure if they have them over in Germany or not. And she called me up to say, like, I want Domino's Pizza. Make sure you have Domino's Pizza. It's like, well, when you get out of the hospital, we'll do that. It's like, we can't do that now. And then apparently she also called my brother and my other brother to tell them the same thing. It's like, okay, that's weird. Then yesterday, it was yesterday morning, I think it was. Either yesterday or this morning, at like 4:30 in the morning, she calls my dad and says, oh, they're discharging me from the hospital. We don't discharge people from the hospital this early in the morning in our country. So she was mentally confused. So I'm like, she might not be able to come home. We might not be able to handle her if she's that confused. So we're going to have to assess the situation and find out what's happening. Where does this go? Meanwhile, I'm trying to shut down sun lamps.
Where could they be going? Embarking on an adventure to find some treasure?
Yeah, so things are not too great, unfortunately, and it's just gonna get worse. And my personality trait is that I'm like a pessimist or a realist, as you might call it. So everyone's like, well, she might get better. It's like, you don't get better from this.
Ventilation system service mode active. Access maintenance terminal to complete procedure.
Other than that, I'm liking this game. Final Fantasy VII Remake's really cool. Which is really weird, because I played, Resident Evil 3 Remake. Did not like it. They changed so much from the original. I didn't like it at all. It just made me upset and annoyed. And then I play this game, and I love it because they changed so much from the original. It's like, go figure that hypocrisy.
We stop it?
Switching ventilation system to maintenance mode. Please complete the maintenance access procedure within the designated time limit.
Yeah, I don't know what the story changes are, but I mean, it's changed a lot so far. I mean, characters have completely changed around. Like, Jessie's featured more prominently, and she is, like, super thirsty. Like, just if it's a male and doesn't make sounds from Old MacDonald, like it's not an animal, she like tries to jump its bones. It's like, girl, calm down. It's like, relax. You're hot looking. I dated a girl who looked like you in real life 20 years ago. You know, almost 20 years ago, and it's like she was crazy, so I had to dump her. But and he's like, just chill. You're fine.
Give it all you got.
It'd be my pleasure.
Oh, this looks fun. And Mimic's back.
You're about to catch a
It's
cold.
on you.
Need my help, do you?
You watching?
Guess it's my turn.
Yeah, my big complaint with this game, though, is like the lock-on mode really sucks. Like, the camera's terrible, the lock-on's not easy.
That's not easy.
It's kind of a pain in the butt. Under Sentry Ray. Differ so much that some people think streamers think the title Remake is too misleading. Something else. Well, it's kind of like, I reference it to the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies. I'm not sure if you've seen those or not. But you had the original anime, 26 episodes. That wrapped up. People were not happy by it because it didn't really have the last 2 episodes. It just went to nonsense because they ran out of budget. So they made a movie. The movie pissed people off to the point where they sent in death threats to Anno, who made it. Because it was like, basically, to spoil this like 25-year-old anime, they're fighting against the end of the world happening, to stop the angels from happening, like from killing everybody, wiping out life on the planet. Shinji, the main character, decides, you know what, I'm having a bad day, fuck it, everyone's gonna die, causes the end of the world, the end of the movie. People were pissed. I was pissed. So, after like another like 10 years have gone by, he's like, you know what, I wasn't in the best headspace. Like Otto, the creator, he's like, I wasn't in the best headspace, I was really depressed, it's why the show took this sudden dark series and we kill everybody. We understand you're upset. We're going to create 4 new movies that are going to we're going to change the storyline. First movie comes out, it's exactly like the first like 7 or 8 episodes of the show, nothing's really changed. Second movie comes out, around halfway through, the story splits. It goes in a completely new, different direction. Third movie, completely brand new territory. So pretty much this game is kind of like those Remake movies. The fourth movie, the final one, is supposed to be coming out this year in June. It got delayed to who knows when. They said, coronavirus is out, movie theaters are closed, we're not going to release it digital, we'll let you know when we're going to put it out in theaters. So, this game's kind of like that, where it's like, okay, we have this template, but we're going to go off in this completely different direction with the story. I mean, everything is wildly different from the original. Like, even the bombing run, I thought it was going to be like more expanded out, but it's like, it's just going brand new places that just did not exist.
Taking over.
Error. Instant access procedure not completed within time limits. Reactivating ventilation system.
Oh man, people were pissed. And this is like 90s pissed, so they actually had to mail that stuff in, you know? You couldn't just go online and be a keyboard warrior. You actually had to, like, sit down, write or type out a letter, print it out, drop it in a mailbox. You know, hate mail took a lot of effort back then. Kids these days just don't know how hard they had it trying to write death emails and death threats to people. So yeah, so this game I really liken to the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies, which is funny too because I had a friend of mine who did not like the show. I mean, I tried to get him to the show, he didn't like it. I warned him about the ending, like, you're gonna hate the ending when you get to it. But like, he just did not like the show whatsoever. And then he watched, like, he was like interested in the remake movies. He watched it and loved it. He's loved every single one so far. He's seen all 3 of them like I have. Which is kind of funny. He's like, oh, I love the series now, but he hated the original show. It's like, okay, whatever. Now, my big thing with this game is that they call it Final Fantasy VII Remake, but it's only Midgar, which, I mean, they've expanded this out from, like, a normal 6 hours it would take to play to get through to, like, 40. But my big thing is that they didn't put on the end of it, like, Part 1, because they've said for 5 years since they announced this game that it's going to be multi-part, but, you know, you got to put at least Part 1, you know, Chapter 1 or something there onto it, and they just, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's all it says. That's kind of my problem with it.
Access denied.
Okay, so we gotta turn it off and then go hit this one. Okay. Jeez, Barago just got slammed on by the door.
Please complete the maintenance access procedure within the designated.
Please let me run, game. Come on. There we go. They respawned. That's just too cruel, game.
Going in. No holding back.
Yeah, this is multi-part. This is only Midgar. I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy VII, the first one, the original PlayStation game. That was like Midgar, which is where this game takes place. The first part here that I'm playing was like maybe the first 5 to 10 hours a person would play, depending on if they've done it real fast. They can go whipping through it there. Like first time playthrough, usually like the first 10 hours of the game. The total game in length for Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 1 was like around 40 to 50 hours on average. So they said, okay, this part's going to be, because it's so huge, it's only Midgar as the first part, people were flipping out, like, you're charging me $60 United States dollars for like a 6-hour game, and it's like, no, this is going to be 40 hours, we're expanding upon it, and they've like really kept up with that promise. So there's going to be more parts to this. We don't know when they're coming out, because after you get through Midgar in the original game, you get into the open world scenario, like you need to run around and find new towns, and you're tracking down Sephiroth and so forth. So the next game's gonna be most likely open world. That's the next logical conclusion, because you get out of Midgar, where this game should end, and then should be open world. So could they be working on it still, like they did for Resident Evil 3 Remake, which was being in development at the same time Resident Evil 2 Remake was? Probably not. This is Square. What's his face? Tetsuya Nomura, the guy who was in charge of this game, didn't know he was the game's director for 2 years, which is why his games usually take 10 years to come out, after they usually fire him or replace him. Because he's like, I didn't know for 2 years I was the director of this game, why people kept asking me for my input, like what we should be doing. It's like, well, no shit, no wonder it took 5 years from the announcement for this game to come out. You're a fucking moron. So they probably haven't even started development on the next part, being Square in their like 10-year cycle to make stuff. So yeah, it's I don't hold out hope. I was thinking like maybe next year we'll get part 2 or something. Probably not.
Okay.
Chocobo and Google materia. Oh boy.
of this one.
We'll see.
That was worth it. Alright, let's give us the Tifa. Chocobo Moogle Materia. Deals damage, wind, and so it does wind damage. So Ifrit does fire, and now we got one that'll do wind. Well, that was worth getting lost and going the wrong direction. Yep, they do in this one. Well, it's a carryover summon from the original game. Like, summons are different in this game. Like, you just can't use them whenever you want, like you could in the original. So, you actually have, like, certain fights, if it's going on for a while, it actually bring up, like, a summon gauge. So it's basically game dependent. And then when the gauge fills up all the way, you can bring in a summon. The way it used to work was that, like I said, you could do it any time you wanted in a fight. If you wanted to just start off your fight doing a summon, you could do that if you had the magic points. But now what happens, like in the original, they'd attack and then they'd leave, and you could do another summon again if you wanted to, whatever. This one, they stay and they fight. So they jump in, and they just start slugging it out with you, with everybody else. Like, you're fighting, they're just going through and kicking butt alongside you. You can have them do extra little magic attacks, and then when the timer for their timer runs out, then they do like their big humongous attack they have saved up. So the original one, the Chocobos, was like they just come, like it'd be about 5 or 6 of them just come stampeding, running through your battle line and just run over people, and that was it. So this one, it seems like they're just gonna be standing around poking people or pecking them for a while, and then do their final charge and leave. I gotta say though, I gotta hand it to this UI because it's pretty cool. Maybe we can see what it is. Set materia. Yeah, so Tifa. See if it shows us on the window on the right. So that's the summon. This Peck runs around. Okay, so it's not going to show us the ultimate attack. Alright, so that was worth it getting lost and going the wrong direction. I'm happy with that. Happy accident. Yes, it's like the birds from The Legend of Zelda. A Link to the Past. You slash them too many times and just come running in and kick butt. Is this going over here? Yes, okay, good.
Almost done. It's a shame we had to wander around so much.
Well, no stamps here to guide us. No Jesse or Wedge to back us up either.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what should we tell Biggs? I don't want him to worry.
Worry about what? So there's a materia we saw earlier on in the metal, or not the metal, earlier in this level. And I don't know how to cycle back to get it, so I'm hoping I do. I don't want to leave this. Unless it's something I can't get now. I have a feeling this game's going to pull that trick where you're going to see things you can't get till later. Let's see. 7 Remake. Chapter 5 Materia. Materia and the Fan, I got that one. Let's see what this video says. Maybe it's chapter 6 I'm on right now. 6. Yeah, it's chapter 6. Wrong one. Bonus materia, yes. How do I get? It was like purple. Oh great, we got some jackass running through in his first play. I hate when people make videos like that. Here's how you quickly get this materia, and it's like the first time that they played it, so they're running around, it's like a 25-minute video. It's like, dude, just say, hey, here's it is, and here's how you get to it, you know, and show you the options through the map or something. That'd be nice. Okay, so maybe after I turn off the last sun lamp, I can get it. So basically, there's like big giant lamps, like they're shining down everybody on this 2D poorly drawn map down here for the slums.
If there's no viable path, we'll just have to make one.
Should have opened it, and did not. Anything hidden back here? Nope. Okay, so that should have aligned and opened up, but it didn't suck in to do it, so let's try this again. There we go. Had to bring it up a little bit higher vertically.
Get the hell out of my way!
You heard the man!
Gotcha. Deal with that.
About damn time!
I got this.
Anytime now. Is that it?
Too late. It's on you.
I got this.
So I hate, this is the one thing that I really hope that they change, because you switch over, I'm still locked onto the enemy, I can't see him, I have to manually move my camera over. Like, why isn't this, you know, locking, the camera should swing to wherever you're focusing, you should lock onto that.
Buzz off. You're mine. It's on you.
Alright, watch and learn!
I would think at least, but no.
I'm surprised! Kiss my ass! Golden opportunity right here!
No. Let's go.
Antidote and potion. Nothing over here. Run around the corner. Chest. Chest in time. Mesmeric amulet? Sleek armlet given with graven with magic warding glyphs. Well, that's the thing. It's like, this is Square. They don't really test out their games to anybody else. Everything's internal, and they probably just went blind to it. Nobody just really thought to bring it up to complain about it, which is what I like about the Panzer Dragoon remake that came out. They've been up front. They're like, okay, we're hearing your complaints, we're gonna fix them. It's just things we became blind to, like we didn't realize were issues, they're problems for you, we're gonna work on it and get it done. That's awesome. I like that. But Square's like, oh, that didn't work? Fuck you. We don't care. We're Square. Buy our shit. You know, it's like, so the odds of them, like, because I mean, like, they knew that Nier Automata was, like, broken on PC. And they're like, well, it's up to Platinum to fix it. We're like, no, you're the publisher. It's your responsibility now to take care of that here and commission this. And they're like, nope, we ain't doing it. So PC version had to be fixed by fans, by people who bought the game, PC version-wise. But the chances of Square patching this to fix things, like just having a camera stay locked onto whoever you're focused on for where you switch to, should be simple. Other games do it just fine. They've been doing it for years. Alright, so let's... Focus shot, overpower's almost done. Let's switch back to the Iron Blade. No, triple slash is 100%, never mind, we don't need to do that then, we're good. Cloud really has to stop and ponder. Should I throw the switch? Let's stop and think about it. Hold it and caress that switch.
And that makes 3. Enough to finally get our cargo platform moving.
Better be.
Okay, let's head on back to the H1 sign.
I hope that Jessie's injury isn't anything serious.
The best thing you can do to speed her recovery is to kick Shinra's ass in her stead.
I know. And Cloud's got a cover for Wedge, too.
Ah, heading out. Okay, let's see here. Alright, Nemix, catch you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging out as always. I'll be streaming once again, since my schedule's every other day, so I'll be back streaming on Sunday unless something comes up, so keep an eye on Twitter or Discord. Oh, trust me, Furry Fursuit, you can fix art easily. I mean, everybody remembers like how well you can fix art. I mean, we have this lovely example. Lady in like Italy's like, you know what? This classic painting, this fresco painting is deteriorating, and I can restore it, no problem. And the one on the far right is not a joke. That's literally what she did. She destroyed this priceless artwork, trying to fix it. So yeah, you can fix art. You just may not be to everybody's liking. You may get the entire world pissed off at you, but you can do it. That can easily be done.
We should look for the H1 sign.
Well, tell me what to do, lady. Just trying to remember where that materia was.
Ain't nothing we can't have.
Gotta work together.
Oh, great, 2 of them. Spells, Blizzara.
Take the lead.
Yeah.
Come on.
How about a nice cold can of whoop ass? Give them hell.
All set. Every little bit.
Good job, Tifa. Wanna try it again?
Hang in there.
Saying hang in there, you're getting your butt kicked, lady. Spells, Blizzara.
Calling ice.
Chill out.
Give him your all. Every little bit. Gonna pull back.
About damn time. So that. You ain't getting out of this. Still got a lot to learn.
Another thing that really bugs me is that you can go into your inventory, okay? Items. High potion. Let's use this to heal my party. You can't. You can't go into your menus anymore and heal yourself. You have to do it in the game, which requires you hitting X, go to items, go to potion, who do you want it? Then repeating the process over and over again. It's like, why did they take that away? Why can't you go into your menu outside of combat? If you're inside a battle, I can understand that, sure. I mean, you couldn't pull up the menu in the original combat, but I mean, to outside of combat like this, you have to slowly heal up everybody this way is crazy.
Heads up, y'all.
That's the materia I wanted. Oh yeah. MP up materia obtained. Max boost. Okay, cool. Total boost limit is 100% when more than one is equipped. Yeah, it's just things like that that just really kind of bug me about this game, where, and it's the usual thing where I see people and, you know, giving it like perfect game of the year, and, you know, video game companies are reviewing, try to think of the name of it here, review sites are like 10 out of 10, best game ever. It's like, this game it's got problems. It's not perfect. It's like Zelda Breath of the Wild. For me, and people get really upset when I say this, it's a great 7 out of 10 game. It's fun, it's got problems, it's not perfect. It's not 10 out of 10, it's not the best game ever. You know, it's like, it's very rarely do you have a perfect game. Here's the other one I saw originally that I was wanting to get. Orb of Elemental Materia. Ooh, Elemental. Okay, I remember this. Adds element of linked materia to your equipment. Fusing your attacks with gained resistance to that element. One more settling with X first strike effect. Okay, so I should be able to do this with. Let's replace fire. So that should put lightning on everything. I think. Actually, so what I should do is actually not lightning, but leave that there. Change this to ice. Yeah, Sekiro. Like I said, I still got problems with Sekiro with hitboxes and stuff in that game. Especially like that stupid ogre you fight at the start of the game early on, where it'll like do a jump kick going the wrong direction, you're behind it like 4 meters away, you still get hit because the hitbox just covers everything. This big giant circle is bullshit. Things like that, it bugs me. It's like, it could have been good, but you just have these little things. It's a good game. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it's like, it's not perfect. This will definitely most likely be Game of the Year 2020. I fully agree. I can't think of anything else that's coming out this year that has me hyped for it. This is the only game I was excited to play, was this one. Okay, so now we gotta get out of here. And also, my government was giving out $1,200 to everybody as stimulus money because, of course, our economy shut down from coronavirus. And because I filed taxes in 2018, I got that money. I haven't worked in 3-4 years. It's like, they're like, here you go, here's money. I'm like, you could give it to somebody else who needs it. They're like, nope, here you go. I'm like, alright then. So, am I going the right way at all?
Soon enough, don't you worry.
Yeah, I think I'm going the right way
He knew
now.
we might be late, so he came up with a few ways to kill time.
We ought
Yeah,
to reach
so-
long before he dies aboard.
So I got $1,200 from the government for coronavirus shutting down the economy pretty much, so I spent half of that yesterday, or the other day. Yeah, I know, I was like, okay, like, my political views I don't really talk about, but I'm more what we call conservative, which is, in my country, it means, like, government shouldn't be interfering in your business, shouldn't be bailing you out, giving you money, making you dependent upon them. You should be able to do whatever you want. Along those lines, that's like my personal political view. I don't really rant and rave about it like other people do. So at one point I'm conflicted, like, I don't want the government to go further into debt and have to do eventually, like, you know, tax problems and shifting off the, you know, our monetary issues on the country to the next generation coming up. That's not fair. And then the other side of me is like, dude, money, gimme, 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 gimme. So I spent $700 almost buying new things for my computer. I bought a new 32 gigabytes of RAM because RAM gets old and I had like a bunch of mismatched stuff, so I bought the maximum I could do. It's only DDR3, which is the maximum my computer can support. For this one, I bought a new 700 watt power supply because I have a 500, it's boosted up to 7. And the big kicker, the big spending thing of all, was an NVIDIA GTX 2070, a 8 gigabyte graphics card. I have the old GTX 960 in my computer right now, so when my back heals up, I plan on going back to work, hopefully able to get a job. It's kind of crazy with the economy right now, the global pandemic. But one of the things I want to buy is a brand new computer, a gaming, straight-off gaming computer. So I can take that monster card. It's probably bottlenecked in my crappy computer I'm using right now. But take that, put it into whatever gaming computer I want, because that graphics card should last like 5 to 6 years. 8 gigabytes, 2070. It's a beast.
Get ready, Mako Reactor 5. We're coming.
Auxiliary power supply confirmed. Reactivating cargo.
Yeah, so I'm
platform.
sitting on the rest of the money right now. I'm trying to save it up because I
Cargo
realized, like,
platform
oh, I
activated.
need to buy a new
Awaiting
Switch, but there's a
input.
Switch shortage because Nintendo stopped shipping them because of quote-unquote
So
coronavirus.
long, underplate.
Ah, crap, I should have... I didn't realize that was right there. No! Okay, turn around, turn around. Get off here. Heal. There we go. Alright. I was like, no, don't rush in there. I can heal for free right here. Now we can go do that. Okay. So I was thinking, okay, I need to buy a new Switch so I can get back into speedrunning. I was also wanting to buy a year of Japanese television, which is like $200, but it's like, guess I'll hold off on it, you know, try to save up what I can, because I always have this thing where I'm like, okay, I have some money, let's spend a little bit, and we'll save the rest, and then I get the money, I'm like, I have to blow it all. I must buy everything. So that's why I spent $700 on computer parts.
Wonder what the reactor's like.
Dark, dismal. A slaughterhouse where they butcher the planet. Then there's the smell. The Mako. Be ready for it.
Right.
Hear that, guys? It's the reactor calling us. Beckoning us saying, bring it on, Avalanche.
There we go. And this is the graphics card that I bought. That's a link to it. Ray tracing, all sorts of fun things. So it'll be really interesting to see if it does like anything really for my computer, because I still have a low-end processor, so it's like putting a Ferrari engine into a Dodge Neon or or a Yugo, you know, almost. Not as bad as a Yugo, which Go and a Yugo. If anybody remembers those old Czechoslovakian cars, late 80s.
Intruders detected. Engaging countermeasures.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, back up. Back the fuck up. Okay. I need to reload. I took off my lightning. Did I just crash my PlayStation 4? No, okay. I was just like, I'm looking at a black screen, I'm hearing battle music still. That was the autosave, they may have been the wrong one, but I need to put lightning back on. So I was thinking like, oh, I'm fighting insects and stuff. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I still got lightning. Lightning and ice, okay. Unless I'm just not understanding this correctly. I should have the ability to still cast lightning, because I thought I just accidentally removed it out, like, oh no. So I'm thinking I'll probably keep streaming for about another half hour.
Dismal. A slaughterhouse where they butcher the planet.
But I'm wondering when I get my graphics card, which should be the 21st, I think is when it's supposed to be here, which is going to be next Tuesday.
Ready for it.
Right.
I'm really wondering how things like emulation's going to work on it with that stronger
It's the
graphics card. Like, Ninja Gaiden Sigma runs maybe around 40, like around 30 to 60 frames per second emulated on my computer. So I'm wondering if that'll just brute force it through so I can actually play it in, like, you know, full speed. We'll see.
Intruders detected. Engaging countermeasures.
Get ready.
Okay, so I still got Thunder. Excellent.
Calling lightning.
Parrot. Thunder. Take out the smaller bugs. Small fry.
No holding back. Don't overdo it.
All right. Watch and learn.
Good God, stop it.
Try me. Oh, nah. Get your ass out of here. That thunder I hear?
All set.
Take it over.
Yeah, so, but the thing is though, is I have this like lower end processor. I have a AMD FX 8300, which is a 3.3 gigahertz 8 core that I have currently turboed up to like 3.8. It can go up to like 4, but that's really pushing it to its max, and I don't have the best coolers on there. So it's like, even then, it's still kind of like, I don't know. But I mean, that graphics card is just such a beast; it might be able to power through it. So we'll find out next week.
Bam! No more fighting night. There! You're mine. It's on you.
Yeah, I'll do it. Time to fry. Okay, Big should be waiting for us up ahead.
He's probably worried sick about us.
He's like, you guys were gone? I didn't even know. Is there anything around here? No. Like I said, I was thinking like, well, so I told my other people to know about it, like I bought this 2070, they're like, why didn't you buy the 2080? So it's like an extra $150, $200, and you get like barely an increase. It's like you're not getting the amount of increase you are from the money. It feels like double, or like even like half of like more power, I would go for it. But it's like, you're not getting them too much. It's like buying a car that goes 200 kilometers an hour, or spending another $200 to buy one that can go 202 kilometers an hour. It's like, you're still going fast. You can save that money. You don't need to be going, spend that extra money for almost no return.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
Way too late to bail now.
It's like walking a tightrope. When you're on it, only 2 ways off.
Better keep my balance.
You'd be good at it.
I wonder.
Open the door? No. Okay.
Almost there.
Tifa?
It's nothing. Just thinking about the next step. Didn't think I'd be this nervous.
Some things you never get used to.
Yeah.
Like murdering children. What was that, Barrett? Nothing. Give me a lot of antidotes. That's gonna be... I'm sure that won't come up. Oh, this makes me worry whenever like you're playing a game and all of a sudden you start getting a whole bunch of ammo drops. Like, here's a whole bunch of ammunition and health packs. You're like, uh-oh. Like, I'm gonna run into something. Or the game starts giving you a lot of antidotes. It's like, I'm gonna be fighting an enemy that's gonna be poisoning me, I'm sure. So, I mean, what would the odds of that happening be, huh? That'd be crazy.
Mercy! Wait,
Says, hey, it's Charlie Sheen, young Charlie Sheen.
where's Jesse and Wedge?
Report.
Topside's going nuts after some terrorists.
That's
jumped
right,
off
Jesse
a
and
train.
Wegs got like minor
Nice and
injuries,
quiet
so they
here.
sat out on this mission.
So quiet I had no trouble securing your route into the reactor.
You magnificent son of a bitch. Bring it in.
So, where are the others?
Man,
Jesse got hurt and couldn't make it.
Bad?
not so bad she couldn't rope in this guy.
Thanks for stepping up.
It's a job.
Worked out pretty good. You picking that train you did.
Said even the voice
While
inflection is
Shimmer
like young
scoured
Charlie
Sector
Sheen.
4. You can waltz right on into
Before
Sector
the
5.
Tiger Blood, oops, I have
Bit of a
AIDS
squeeze,
days.
but It ought to get you where you need to go.
Little dark and foreboding for my taste.
Beggars can't be choosers. Oh, and you'll be needing your grappling guns, of course. All set?
Ready to take
Bandana
on the
from
world and then some.
when he did the Rambo spoof, Hot Shots Part 2.
Will do.
Yep, I'm onto him. I know what Square's up to. Batman, away!
Okay, y'all. Keep these grappling guns close. Secure them to your belt or whatever so you don't lose them. When we're done, we'll be using these babies to get down safe. All of us.
Got it.
So if I remember correctly, I think it's like, you know, the Batman has his grapple hook. Yeah, he shoots it, like, especially in the animated series, that great anime series from the 90s, where, like, he shoots it and it goes flying up at hyperspeed. If I remember correctly, like, if you could hold on to it, that the force of acceleration they required to jerk you up like that would, like, rip your arm off, if I remember correctly. It's one of those things, like, if you were thinking about, like, superhero stuff, it's like, it's usually you wouldn't want any of that because it'd just be terrible.
Wait.
Fix those lights!
Excuse me, sir. Your tie?
Quickly now, quickly!
She is nice.
That's it. That's the smell. This place reeks of Mako.
Looks like we made it.
Yeah, because I can recall seeing a video, I think it must have been like an old Because Science video or something, where the host, Kyle Hill, he's left and made his own YouTube channel,
Layout's the same as
where it's like,
Reactor 1.
just basically discuss physics about things like
We're near
why you
Mako
don't want to
storage.
have super speed and all the other fun
Let's
things.
move.
People are like, ooh, the Flash, he's got super speed for power. Actually, his power is mostly, I would say super stamina, because, I mean, if you're like me and you go running, you're going to be winded real fast, and he can just he can run as fast as he wants, but, you know, he doesn't get tired, so maybe his ability's twofold. Let's save. Okay, nothing over
I'm
here.
not seeing a way down.
Have you tried jumping?
Here, maybe?
Well now, that could work.
Good idea,
I'm
Tifa.
next.
Oh yeah, lightsabers are funny as hell. You're like,
Scary, huh?
sure, you could build
It's
one.
all in the mind.
We probably have the ability to do it right now, but you'd have to be hooked up to a nuclear reactor, which would kill you from the radiation from being so close to it. 2, the amount of heat that would be put out for it would light everything on fire within a 10-meter sphere, so you'd be setting yourself on fire. And you'd have to fight somebody else who's standing right next to you, right next to their also identical nuclear power source. It's like, yeah, it's not really practical. It's cool, but not practical.
Hey, check it out. They stick this big boy on us, we'd be screwed 6 ways from Sunday.
Mechanized units like these were designed to take out giant monsters. Probably a new prototype. If they do decide to deploy it, then our best bet would be to run like hell.
Oof. Then let's hope he sleeps through the explosion.
Keep in mind, this little girl in front of me here, this little sexy mama, who will never be real and never be my girlfriend, who wouldn't really be my girlfriend anyway, punched a tank to death until it exploded. So I'm pretty sure we can take on whatever comes our way. Don't you dare do that. Ugh. You'd be like, oh, we want to run. It's like,
Where is everybody?
Tifa punched a tank to death.
Shinra? Got spooked and cleared out. Is
I think we're fine. Let's see. No, I still can't upgrade. Okay. door, shutter door, shutter door. I think I've assessed this one. Not sure.
Allow me.
Thanks to this game with your scanning abilities like this, now I'm thinking like, man, I should play Metroid Prime, and then I remember, man, I hate Metroid Prime. Weak against Arrow. Okay. Joins the harem permanently, even if you don't have a personality. Your personality is, my name's Ryu Hayabusa. I'm a ninja. I'm technically a zombie. And they're like, oh my god, you're so hot. Give me your baby. It's like, oh my god, lady, calm down. Yeah, it's like, what's Ryu's personality? He doesn't have one.
Keep it together.
Let's go. See ya. Feel the freeze. That's a win.
Yeah, it's the other game series people are wanting to really see revived, as well as the Ninja Gaiden series. Like, man, Ninja Gaiden 4, we need it! And I'm like, be careful what you wish for, because last time we did that, we got Ninja Gaiden 3. Razor's Edge was polishing a turd, but it's still a turd.
It's on now! Guess it's my turn!
Let me
Lightning and arrow, okay.
pour it on.
Wait a minute, she's got powered up arrow already. Okay, that's good. Let's power up her thunder.
Give him your all. Bring it. Here. Get down. Finish him off. It's over.
See ya.
Nothing's gonna stop us!
You would say that.
Bottle of ether.
Guys,
Well, what we got here?
Birds up top.
I can deal with those things!
Who else is out here? Just two sweepers, okay.
Buzz off.
Alright! Watch and learn! Coming at you hard and fast! That thunder I hear? See ya! How'd you like that? You got this!
Considering this success they got with Neo and Neo 2, finally made some good experience to help out in Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah, they got Itakaki fanboys. I mean, but the thing is, like, that series really did go downhill without them. 2, watching Unwary's Ninja Gaiden 2 speedrun showed me, like, he's always told me, like, when I've seen his streams and stuff, like, when he's been streaming the game, he's always told me the game's not finished and it's broken. And I watched this speedrun, Ninja Gaiden 2, and I'm, like, seeing all these... Pardon me, I'm just seeing him do all this crazy out-of-bounds stuff. I'm like, oh, now I understand what you meant when you said that. It's like, it's really glitchy. But, But I mean, the thing is, though, is that that game is just the series kind of died without him. It really needed his guidance, because then we got Ninja Gaiden 3.
Here we go.
People are just like, we're gonna make it so Ryu's like has a conscience all of a sudden he's never had before. It's like, why? It's like, it's not needed, and that's why Razor's Edge fixed things a little bit more, but there's still a problem. Spells, Blizzard, Zara, there. Tifa, let's get you to do High Potion on Cloud. I thought that thing was dead. It is. Okay, good. Abilities.
Not so fast.
Physics? Hello? You okay there, buddy? You okay? Okay. So yeah, so I would like a Ninja Gaiden 4 game. Lost Souls side sounds like it's really cool, but it's being made by like 5 Chinese people. It's like, it was literally a one-man project, and they got like a team, I think actually like 5 or 10 people now. They're still like, it's gonna come out, are we gonna get the demo? Nope, it's gonna come out. And then it's for the PlayStation 4, but the 5 is coming out this year, and they haven't said we're moving it to 5 or anything, so it's like, guys, what's happening? Let's see. Yes, this is like 2 years ago. Let's kill that audio here. If you haven't seen this game before, like I said, it's like right up your alley. Let's see, let's put this on to Elgato desktop. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Hold on, so let's see where it's at audio-wise. It shouldn't be too bad. I mean, as you can see, it's like a Ninja Gaiden Devil May Cry game. It looks really cool. And there's a demo of it, and they're like, you're gonna release it out? And they're like, nope. It's like, when's the game coming? Soon. It's like, please, give us more information. It looks really cool, but it's just like, there's no information for when it's gonna finally be coming out, or if it's going to for the PlayStation 4, because they said it's going to be, but everything's shifting to the PS5. Alright, let's see what you said about Ninja Gaiden. Tried a different approach, failed Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. Hell yes. I said Razor's Edge fixed gameplay stuff, still has problems. Agreed. That's why I say it's like polishing a turd. It's still crap in the end, but it's better. Looks just nicer. I'm like, Ninja Gaiden 4, don't change the characters like anymore. Refine the gameplay. Yeah, just go back. For me, I'd say make it kind of like the exploration, like the tied-in worlds if you can, from like Ninja Gaiden Black. And then like the just like the pure violence of number 2, where you just have like fast, brutal combat, limbs go flying. Didn't I just come from up here? I guess I'm heading the right. Yeah, I thought I came from up here. Not sure. I got turned around. Yeah, I came from up here. Derpy derpy derp. Whee! Yeah, that's the thing, like, that definitely got lost in number 2 was the exploration, the interconnected worlds, that just kind of went bye-bye. Also, it was really weird, too, how you have the story, like...
It was like this last time?
No, it wasn't like this last time.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing over there, but it's like you have Ninja Gaiden... we'll just say Ninja Gaiden Black, we'll just make it, you know, easy across all things there. It's just kind of weird... medieval European, not quite up to technology type deal. You know, it's like this really kind of interesting place, this world they have built behind it. And then number 2, they're like, well, we're going to start introducing more modern times, like there's New York City, Tokyo, but they're kind of futuristic. And then like you have Ninja Gaiden 3, it's like, okay, we just have better technology, but it's now, it's like 20 years from now or something. You know, it's like, well, they just didn't really nail down and stay with a time period or a certain aesthetic they were going to go for. They just jumped all over the place, so it's even more confusing. Oh, my PTSD is happening.
Soldiers. Mako. Shinra.
Ooh, Cowboy Tifa.
I'm sick of
Oh,
this.
Cowgirl Tifa. Brrr.
I'm sick of all of this.
She's like, I can ride a cloud for 8 seconds or longer. Hopefully last longer than 8 seconds. Yeehaw. That better be an unlockable costume. I'll be really upset if it's not. If it's DLC, I'll buy it.
Hey, Soldier Boy.
You're gonna crank that?
Tifa.
What?
You were dressed like some kind of stripper. It was really hot.
How much time we need?
Got all the time in the world. This one comes with a remote detonator.
Courtesy of Jesse.
We withdraw to a safe distance.
Range 5 feet. Ah,
then
crap.
Kaboom!
Safe distance?
What? No such thing. We get out the same way we got in. Let's double back.
Can I go through this door this time? Nope, still can't. Okay.
Huh?
What the? Where you going?
Weirdly perfect timing.
Wait a minute. Is someone watching us?
No. That can't be right.
Greetings, my dear sewer.
There used to be President Shinra that came out here. He just came strolling out, so this is better. This is Heidecker.
Head of Public Security. Bid you welcome.
The chief warmonger.
You should be flattered. Right now, you command the undivided attention of every soul in Midgard.
Huh? What is this?
Breaking news from Mako Reactor 5. Shinra has confirmed the reactor to be the target of the bomb threat issued by the terrorist group Avalanche. Members of the group were observed entering the facility, and security is currently sweeping it for explosive devices. We now go live to the scene.
I'm here in the Sector 5 Undercity. Having confirmed the terrorist target, the Shinra Emergency Operations Center has issued an evacuation advisory. Residents are outraged that the tragedy of Mako.
Not my fault you got a bad perm, dude. Come on.
In a campaign of violence.
President Shinra has issued a statement providing assurances that the terrorists will soon be brought to justice.
And so, to a people beset by chaos and uncertainty, we will offer the finest comfort, bread and circus.
Bread and circus? What?
I I give you Shinra's latest triumph of technology. The Airbuster, your executioner.
Engineering on the line. Currently, the Airbuster is only 60% operational. The estimates were optimistic.
I'm on air! To the imbecile in charge down there, you are hereby ordered to seize those intruders and bring them to me.
Oh, they're Naruto running. You know they mean business. Who's gonna be the Hokage now, huh?
Let's finish this. Finish it.
Seizing the open.
Attention, all security forces. Shut the hell up!
Thank you.
I don't believe it. We played right into Shinra's hands.
I repeat. Yeah, and their bullshit news is already peddling their false narrative.
Right now.
So we're screwed.
No, hell no!
Attention, all security
Listen.
forces.
They want to turn this into a spectacle?
Subdue
Then
the
I say let's
insurgents
give
and
them
bring
one.
them to the command
Let's
center
take down
immediately.
Shinra's big
I
ass neck
repeat.
in front of everybody.
Okay.
Subdue the
I'm sold.
insurgents and bring them to the command center right now.
That sounds awesome. Save the progress. Yes, we will. Alright, but with that, we've reached the end of the stream for today. I've been streaming for 4 hours on a fused back that still needs to heal up, and it's starting to really hurt, so I need to call it for a stream for right now, but I definitely do want to thank everybody for hanging out. Furry Pursuer, like I said, it's always good to see you, especially with the time differences. Nimix and Metavan AJ as well for dropping by, and anybody who was lurking. I will be back at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's usually when I stream right now. I'm doing it every other day, so if you don't know when that is, just type that into Google, and it will tell you wherever you live in the world. You can also check me out on Twitter at Wurzel555. So that way, if something comes up, especially with my health or my mom's health coming through now here, becoming an issue, I might need to cancel or redo a stream, like change the time. That's where you can find out and stay abreast of everything. So I'll be back on, let's see, I'm doing every other day now, so Monday the 20th will be the next stream. I'm just really enjoying this so much. I really want to keep playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was thinking, like, well, maybe I'll do something different, like Metroid Prime or something for a day or two, or more Ninja Gaiden, but I just want to keep plowing through this. I'm just enjoying it too darn much, which I know is kind of like, killing my stream audience who usually sees me play action games like Ninja Gaiden and Bayonetta 2, but, this is what I'm having fun with, so I'm going to keep doing that. So, I think I saw AJ streaming right now. If that's the case. Oh, he's doing a bitrate test, okay. Oh well, so yep, I'll be back on Monday the 21st. Let's see, actually, no, it's Friday, Saturday, taking today off. No, the 19th. I misread it wrong. I just crossed over to midnight where I'm at, so I'm now on Saturday. So I'll be back on the 19th, Sunday the 19th. That's when I'll be back streaming, so thanks for hanging out. I will see you then.